Get married when you're too young. More kids than you can afford. Live boldly, and basically, don't waste any time.
Before you think you're going to, the future's not certain. Live, embrace meaning, and meaning is responsibility. They're synonyms. There's no meaning without responsibility. There's no gain without burden. There's no growth without suffering. I mean, these are all cliches for a reason, because they're true. And I think that, Americans have lost their self-confidence, clearly, young men especially. Well, I can't get married, I can't have kids, I can't afford it. Well, yeah, you can't afford it because you don't have kids. But the second you have kids, guess what? You're going to afford it. I'll never forget, I had a child at 25, and I was working in a magazine, and my editor, who was kind of a weird guy, but smart, "You had a kid?" "Yeah." He goes, "Everything's going to change." I said, "How?" He goes, "When you have a kid, you realize you will do whatever it takes."
That's right.
And you may be the most moral man in the world. If you have to rob a liquor store to feed that kid, or whatever it takes, you will do it because that is your responsibility. I remember thinking, another job, work 7 days a week, which I did for 4 years. Fine, that's my job. And by the way, I think my kids respected me, my wife loved me. I was really rewarded for it.
That's right. There's nothing better than being a parent. There really isn't.
Well, yeah, because the only respect that matters is the respect of the people who love you.
Tucker Carlson, absolute legend. I listen to him a lot because he studied a lot of people that I hadn't even heard of. And I love what he talks, particularly, I think he talks to young men. Young, old, I love him. But I love it when he talks about, because I've heard this so many times. Oh man, I've got 7 children. I've been with my wife since we were kids. We were teenagers. If I could go back and do one thing, I would have married her when I was younger. And I had my first child, the same as Tucker, at age 25. And man, I remember, whoa, I've got to pick up my game. I've got to sort out this guy on the inside. So a lot of men say they don't have, well, they won't even say it. They won't say they don't have the confidence, but their actions say that. When I'm ready, when I've got enough money, when I've got my ducks lined up, then I'll get going. But your meaning actually comes. I love when he says the meaning to life sometimes comes from actually committing to things. When I committed to my wife, hey, I said to her, you've got to die to get out of this. When I say death do us part, I'm not joking. And I love what Tucker says, how he puts it, because it was in doing that act, not knowing how to raise children, not knowing how to be a husband, it gave me meaning. I needed to step up. I took on that mantle. I'm the king of our house. I've got to work out actually how to do it. So, for a lot of men, I love when he talks about, the gains come from the burden. That burden of having children, of being a husband, that burden of providing, you develop, I'll do whatever it takes. That burden is actually a gift. I believe it's a gift from God that each one of us will receive certain burdens in life, and they will generally come, they're carved out in you from pain. They're a gift. The pain that you're feeling is actually a gift. It's a burden, man. Come on. So when we don't take on those burdens, our confidence does not lift. Okay, you want to become more confident, you want to become more bold, take on more responsibilities that you're not sure how to do, and grow into that man. Hey, click the link below, get into our 21 days, our ebook, or maybe book a call on with one of my team to actually get a real crystal clear vision on your mission, on your purpose, the thing that is worth your life, the thing that you want to carry, that burden that you want to carry.